Imagine stepping off a plane into a place so stunning, so vibrant, so full of adventure that you'd swear it belonged on a luxury travel show, and then realizing you're spending less per day than you would on brunch back home. Sounds impossible, right? It's not. When you choose the right destinations, budget travel becomes a cheat code, letting you stay in gorgeous spots, feast like royalty, and pack your days with unforgettable experiences without torching your savings. And today, I'm revealing some of the most jaw-droppingly affordable places on the planet. Stick around, because a few of these will completely rewrite what you thought budget travel meant. Let's kick things off with Vietnam, because honestly, it earns the #1 spot every single time. Travelers have spent an entire month here, cruises, guided tours, real excursions, the whole deal, and still averaged around $70 a day for 2 people. Let that sink in. For the price of a takeout order back home, you can slurp a steaming bowl of pho on a street corner, drift between the limestone giants of Ha Long Bay, wander Hoi An's glowing lantern-lit streets, and dive into the electric chaos of Hanoi. Vietnam is the full package: deep history, endless coastline, a food culture that ruins you for life, and adventure around every corner, all at prices that feel almost too good to be true. From Southeast Asia, let's swing over to Thailand, a country that hits you with sensory overload in the absolute best way. Bangkok is a full-blown spectacle, rooftop bars glowing above the skyline, street food markets sizzling on every corner, golden temples that feel otherworldly, and Muay Thai fights you can watch for next to nothing. But here's the twist most travelers miss. The real budget travel paradise is up north in Chiang Mai. Here, you can rent a scooter for around $10, grab a warm banana pancake for 2, take a Thai cooking class, visit an ethical elephant sanctuary, and wrap up your day with a Thai massage that costs less than your morning coffee back home. Couples routinely spend as little as $50 to $60 a day, eating out for every meal and staying somewhere genuinely comfortable. Chiang Mai isn't just affordable, it's the kind of place that makes you rethink what cheap travel even means. Now let's head somewhere that catches almost everyone off guard. Romania. Think Europe, but make it wildly affordable. At the heart of the country lies Transylvania. Yes, it's real, and no, it's not just a Halloween punchline. While Bran Castle gets all the Dracula-themed attention, locals will quietly nudge you toward Palace Castle, which is arguably even more breathtaking. Then there's Brasov, a medieval town so genuinely charming, it feels like you've stepped into a storybook. Without the crowds that usually ruin places this beautiful. Accommodation runs about $30 to $40 a night. Hearty local dishes like maisi cost next to nothing, and a full-day metro pass in Bucharest is roughly $2. Eastern Europe is one of the most underrated regions on the planet, and Romania sits right at the top of that hidden gem list. Now let's talk about Egypt, because this one genuinely stops people in their tracks. When you can book a 4-day Nile cruise for around $200 per person, including your accommodation and meals, you start to understand why Egypt is one of the most astonishing value destinations on the planet. The pyramids of Giza alone are worth the flight, and that's before you even make it to Luxor, where ancient temples and tombs carved thousands of years ago feel almost unreal in person. Egypt rewards travelers who plan just a little ahead, but even the last-minute deals can be jaw-dropping. It's one of those places where the history is massive, the experiences are unforgettable, and the prices make you double-check that someone didn't accidentally leave a zero off. Heading over to South America, Peru is one of those destinations that delivers way more than people expect. Yes, Machu Picchu is the headline act, and honestly, it's worth the trip all by itself, but the country has so much more going on. Cusco makes an incredible base. Vibrant markets, stunning viewpoints, ancient streets, and meals you can grab for $3 to $5 without even trying. Just make sure you plan ahead for Machu Picchu entry tickets. They sell out fast, and this is one experience you absolutely want to show up prepared for. Peru blends culture, adventure, and affordability in a way that keeps travelers coming back again and again. Colombia has been popping up on every traveler's radar lately, and once you're there, it's obvious why. The Menu del Dia, a full 2- or 3-course lunch runs about $5 in most cities, and getting around urban areas is both simple and incredibly cheap. The coffee region is straight up gorgeous, with rolling green hills that look like they were painted into existence, and the colonial architecture in places like Cartagena, absolutely world-class. Colombia punches way above its weight in food, culture, scenery, and sheer variety of experiences, making it one of the best value destinations in all of South America. Here's one that genuinely shocks people: Albania. Picture Greek-style beaches, dramatic cliffside coastlines, crystal-clear turquoise water, and then imagine accommodations starting at $20 to $30 a night. That's Albania. It has all the beauty and none of the crowds, because it's still flying under most travelers' radar, which means the prices stay unbelievably low. Tirana, the capital, has a surprisingly cool food and nightlife scene, and the southern beaches are nothing short of spectacular. This is a true hidden gem, and honestly, it's probably not going to stay hidden much longer. Budapest isn't just another stop on the map. It's the kind of city that hits you with beauty so grand it almost feels unfair. You stand on the riverbank and there it is, the Hungarian Parliament building, glowing like a palace out of a dream, and it doesn't cost a single cent to admire. Then, you slip into a thermal bath that's been bubbling for centuries, and suddenly, you're part of history without emptying your wallet. And when the sun goes down, the ruin bars in the old Jewish quarter flip the script completely. Quirky, chaotic, unforgettable. Budapest gives you that classic European elegance without the classic European price tag. And if you wander beyond the capital, places like Lake Balaton and the wine country around Eger stretch your budget even further, proving that Hungary is one of Europe's best-kept travel secrets. Sri Lanka is one of those places that doesn't just meet expectations, it blows right past them. The train from Kandy to Ella doesn't simply take you from point A to point B, it glides through rolling tea fields and mist-covered hills like a scene lifted straight out of a movie. You can hire a tuk-tuk driver for the entire day for around $40, and suddenly the whole island opens up to you. Safaris here cost a fraction of what you'd pay in East Africa, yet the wildlife encounters feel just as wild and unforgettable. And the food? Aromatic, spicy, deeply flavorful, and so affordable you almost feel guilty. Then, there's the Philippines, a country with more than 7,000 islands and somehow every single one feels like a different kind of paradise. El Nido pulls you in with its towering limestone cliffs and water so clear it looks unreal. Siargao is the laid-back dream, surfers carving through perfect waves while everyone else melts into the island's slow, sun-drenched rhythm. Renting a scooter, hopping between islands, eating fresh seafood, sleeping in cozy guest houses. You can do it all on a budget that barely dents your wallet. The Philippines delivers that postcard-perfect, screensaver-level beauty at prices that feel almost impossible. And here's the real takeaway. The world is overflowing with places where your money stretches further than you ever imagined. You don't need a massive budget to have the kind of travel experiences that shift your perspective, fill your camera roll with memories, and leave you planning your next adventure before your plane even lands back home. The destinations are out there. All that's left is for you to pick one and go. Okay now, don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting budget destinations.